Hello, I got a request for help with this the other day, so I'm going to go through a quick overview on how to use zsnes's cheat functions. And after you got your game loaded up, there's this menu right here. I think the main button is escape for the default, but you have these three features: add code, browse, or search. Add code and browse really bring you to the same menu, it's just whether it goes down here or not. The easiest way to use the cheats in this is to go online and search for some Actually Play or Game Genie codes for whatever game you want. I have Megaman X2 as right now loaded up, so that's what I'm going to go look for. I already did some pre-searching, and I got some codes right here that for examples, and I'm just going to go with unlimited shots in the screen, 7EOAOD00, and if I can remember that, 7EOAOD00. After you enter your code right here, then just type in whatever you want. This is for your usage only. It doesn't affect what the code actually is. You can name it shots or burger. And you can even press enter, add, and it will add it to your list. The buttons right here do various things. Save and load, they will load your cheat file for whatever game you have. So if I click save, this would save out on your computer, wherever your zsnes folder is, your codes that you have right here. And load will load them up if you have anything there. I have this checked to auto load it, so if I have any codes that I already had made before, they would already show up when I open this up in the menu. Fix, it sort of guesses if you made a incorrect code on what it should be. I haven't really used it much. It's kind of like a miss or a hit, probably mostly miss. The button right here, toggle, that just toggles it on or off. I usually just click it, and remove will remove it from the list. So I have my code on for infinite shots, or shots burger, and this is a online code, so hopefully it works. So I'm just going to quickly fast forward through this, blah 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 blah, and let's see if it works. And as you notice, I can shoot many bullets on the screen. I'm sure there is a limit, but it seems that the code has worked. Now that's just using the easiest feature of just looking online and looking for a code. But let's say that you couldn't find one on this list that I found online. Maybe you wanted something better, or something that's really difficult to find online, or something that probably wouldn't be online. There is a way that you can use zsnes to make your own cheats, or find your own cheats, and that's by using the search feature. So let's say I wanted to have Megaman always have a fully charged shot ready, and so I could just press the Y button and it would shoot a big shot. Now there might be one on here, rapid fire level 3 blast. Yeah, that would probably do it, but that's not really the same as having a fully charged shot all the time. So I'm going to see if I can make it really quickly. So I'm going to go search. Looks like I was already searching for one. And you will get this menu right here. The multiple bytes that you can select, usually you only have to use 1 byte. Most variables for game memory only require like 0 and 1, or 0 and 10 probably. But if you have some complicated numbers, you might go up to 2, probably not 3 or 4. But most things, 1 byte should be fine. Des and hex, that's for whatever base you're in. Most games are in base 10. I have seen a couple in hexadecimal, but I tend not to mess with them too much. And so those are the two basic ones. You're almost always going to use 1 byte in des. the decimal system. And these two things, if you wanted to search for something that's you already know, like I want to change how many lives I have or how much health I have, there's a pretty specific value that you know that you can use the exact value search for. So maybe I should start with lives first. So let's say I want to have infinite lives. How many lives do I have right now? I have 2 lives. Alright, so if I wanted to make a cheat for infinite lives or 9 lives all the time, I can do an exact search. I know I have 2 lives right now, so I'll do search. Now I have a lot of number of results, and I don't want to have to go through 10,000 possibilities just to have lives. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely kill myself to change that value. Once I find something that'll kill me. Alright, so I died, and now the number of lives I have is less. So now I can go back to my search. Now it's still in the same search, and it wants me to search for another value. Now I already have the same number of results from last time that got the result of 2, but now I have a new result of 1. So I'm going to do another search, 266. That's a much better list of things to go through, but that's still quite high. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kill myself another time. And now I have 0 lives. So one more search should be good. 0. 1 result. And that should be it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down here. I can either double click or click add. Or it looks like I can click add. Now this is where you put your the value that you want. So I want 9 lives. And I'm just going to call this lives. Now I have a cheat called lives that I found by myself. I'm sure there's one on here that has infinite lives. Is that the same one as this? That does look like the same one. So good, go check. I have 9 lives. And when I die, I'll still have 9 lives because that code is continually keeping my lives at 9. So I just died. Check it. I still have 9 lives. So that's the easiest way to search for things, is to use is to change numbers in the game instead of things that control other things. So the second example was the I wanted a fully charged shot all the time. So what I would do, I don't know what value a charged shot would be for whatever memory address that is. So I'm going to do a comparative search. And for this, I'll just start it. Now, it already took all the memory locations that it did in the game. It just has them all right now. So I need to compare that with something else. So I know that when I charge, there's clearly a time-based thing for the charge. There must be a value for that. So what I'll do, I'll start charging. I'll pause it. I'll go to my search. And now this is where the magic happens. I don't necessarily know if the new value for charging is greater or less than. So I can use this not equal sign. However, generally for most things it goes from 0 and up. So I'm just going to take a guess. I'm going to go with greater as you charge it. So let's see if this will work. 82 results. Now that's still quite a bit. So I'm going to keep on going. Find another greater. 4. That's great. So now I have to kind of guess from these which one is the correct one. And most of the time when I do, I just add them all and then hope that the game doesn't crash. But I think it'll work. So I'm just going to name the description the same number that I'm inputting. And let's see if it'll work. Well, I clearly shoot the green blast, so I guess I didn't charge it long enough. However, now that I have those codes, I can test to see which one will give me the correct result. Nope, not that one. Alright, so it's that code that gives me the charge blast. So 7EO-A2F. So what I'm going to do, guess I didn't do it long enough before. Should probably turn it off. Let charge up max. Go back to this. Now I'm not going to click search again, I'm just going to go back to my list that I already have. So this is the code, 113. And this is the fully charged blast. I can remove my other one. Oh, before I had two codes of the same address on at the same time. The address that's lower, or the address that's lower on this list, the newer one basically, will be the overriding code. So if I had both my past one on and this one on, this new one would overtake the older code. So let's test it. And voila, I have a fully charged blast that I can just shoot at any time. Now if I combine that with my infinite shots, let's see if magic happens. Not quite magic. I wanted a whole bunch of blasts. However, I do know that there's something limiting that blast from being able to shoot a whole bunch of them at the same time. So what I can do a whole nother search, restart, just gonna start again. Just gonna do the not equals. Now this time I'm going to do an equal one, because just switching back and forth, it'll probably end up filtering out the same variables that are switching back and forth. So what I'll shoot it again and do an equal one. That cut it in half. So I have a guess that it's probably this one. However, my other shot, if you looked at my other code, you would notice that the infinite shots had A in it, so it was 7EO-A. So I have currently one shot. The current value is 1. I have one shot on the screen. So I'm guessing that it's going to be either this one or this one. I'm going to go with this one. And I want that to be nothing. I want to say, oh, even though I shot a couple, there is none on the screen. Big gun shots. So the previous value, that's what that stands for, was 1 when I made this code, and I'm setting it to 0. So let's see if this works. Well, I'm getting some type of, there we go. If I shoot it real fast, I guess I shoot green blasts. But it clearly worked very well. And that is the basics of how you use zsnes's cheat system. And there's not really much past that. You can look for Game Genie codes, Action Replay codes. There's a note right here to insert the dash for it. So I don't know how many things a Game Genie code are, but you have the dash included in there when you add a code in there. I guess that was acceptable. And so that's it for the overview. I hope this helped whatever emulating you've been doing. See ya.